Hi, OC Valley, Jesse again. So, oh yeah, and CMG, I hope you remember me. I'm here with a resident of a CMG park that happened to experience a rat infestation that happened to be part of this hantavirus problem that was happening in Lewiston, Idaho. So, here with me today is somebody that would like to talk about that. I'm going to tell everybody this right now. I have seen proof, I have seen pictures, I have seen receipts, and everything that is going to be said is 100% verified. So with that, you want to go ahead and just kind of talk about the very beginning, what happened to cause the rat problem.
So last spring, give or take March, April, sometime in that time frame, one of the neighbors in the trailer court was kicked out of their trailer. And not that long after, CMG came in with a bulldozer and knocked their trailer down. The day they knocked it down, I didn't think anything of it. A few neighbors had seen the bulldozer hit the trailer, and one of those neighbors saw rats absolutely scatter from this trailer.
So then at the moment the trailer was taken down, is that when you guys noticed something?
That is when our neighbor noticed a bunch of rats scattering from said trailer.
Okay. And then, so you didn't actually view that particular event.
Correct.
You just saw the aftermath.
Correct. Within a few days of the trailer getting knocked down.
Okay, and then you started experiencing.
We started seeing rats on our porch. I would step outside for a cigarette and something would scurry. And I checked my cameras that I had up and caught rats on camera.
Once you verified rats, the story you heard from the other person was validated. You see them now. So then tell me, was there any times that you actually got to touch them or see them or hold them or catch them? What happened next?
Well, one of them was really brave and tried to scurry under our planter we had when we were doing our greenhouse for our garden that we do every year. We ended up cleaning that area up and getting rid of that, so it disappeared, but our dog ended up catching one that we ended up taking away from her and stepping on and killing. There was one dead in the yard that thankfully the dogs didn't get to. Once we found out about the rats, we laid out a bunch of poison as much as we could under her porch. One of them did make its way in the house and actually jumped on your leg and tried to go after you.
So it attacked you.
Pretty much.
That's a pretty ballsy rat.
Yeah.
And some of the messages that I see in between you and the at the time manager, who was that?
I believe that was Heather. I don't remember her last name.
Okay. So at that time you were making an effort. You were saying, hey, we have a rat problem. I saw those messages back and forth between you two. Tell me about what you did what did they tell you when you were trying to tell them about the rats?
They told me that it wasn't their problem. They told me they didn't have any other residents of the park complaining about rats, and that if we wanted to do something about it, we would have to call pest control. And we did. We called Point Pest Control. We had them come out from April through probably at least September, and late bait traps. Any chew holes that they could see in and around the trailer, they put mesh. It was wire mesh that they put in there so they couldn't continue to chew holes in it and get in their trailer. And we just continued service for several months.
Right, I saw those too. There's receipts on that. At the same time, you questioned the manager, and I also saw her response where she showed that supposedly she was paying for services as well, but
It never
came out. Or
Right. We got the message that she was paying another company for services. Not only did I call that company and either confirm or deny it, and they denied, they said, hey, we haven't gotten payment. We don't have a work order for it. But I also asked the company we were paying, hey, do you see any evidence of any other bait boxes, any other poison traps, anything out in the park? They walked the whole park twice and didn't see evidence of anything.
right, so that kind of is also proof where they're telling you it's the tenant's problem, not their problem, even though they caused it by, like, the person that lived there died. He was an older individual and he died of hantavirus, and they should have done something with the animals that were in that. There was animals inside?
From what I understand and what I could see through the windows that were all left open, and the door that was left open when this person was evicted, there were cages on cages on cages for animal cages, bird cages, bunny cages, rat cages, who knows what. Just towers of cages, animal cages.
Really? And you notice in the park now, what's running around the park now?
And right now, there's a ton of bunny rabbits running around. From what I hear, these are the bunny rabbits that this person had, and the descendants of the bunnies this person had.
So, what would you like people to know about CMG?
I'd like people to know that CMG, from my personal experience, is not responsive, is not local. We've reached out to them for help. We've reached out to them for problem solving, for crisis aversion, especially with the rats. And we were met with silence, with fingers pointed back at us saying it's a you problem. It's not an us problem. You figure it out on your own. I'd like people to know that CMG doesn't care. They care about money. They care about their lot rent. They're quick to slap you with an overage charge. They're quick to take a fee for their portal, for their rent. They're not quick to care about the tenants that live there.
It seems to be the common thought here on a lot of different areas by thousands of people.
Seems they care about the investment more than the people.
Exactly. It's all about the money. Well, let's see if I do know one thing, that you do have receipts, you do have proof that you have been paying, that there was a problem, or you wouldn't be paying for anything, that those rats from that trailer that they evicted that person from, that they assumed control of, has caused damage to other trailers, eating wires, plumbing, insulation, walls, all kinds of damage to other properties that they should be held accountable for, since it was their choice and they did not quarantine or properly take care of things. So what are you going to do, CMG? What are you going to do about stuff like this? I kind of know what you are going to do because it's your history and your reputation. Are you actually going to care? Are you going to man up? Either one of you two? All right, I hear there's another one too. A she. Maybe you. Maybe all of you. Why don't you try acting like you care? Because there's going to be a lot of people coming after you real soon. Peace.